question. So one of the things that I'm concerned about is, what does declaring First Nations policing essential service mean? So I need clarity on that. There are some nations that have their own police, and there's other nations that have partnerships and agreements with other organizations, or with other police or RCMP. So I'm just wondering, what does essential service, what does that mean, making it an essential service?
Hi, thank you for that question. And I would also invite any colleagues to provide comment afterwards. But basically, as we try to co-develop legislation that looks at First Nations policing as an essential service, that's one of the things that we do want to look with and work with partners at defining and better understanding. But
so you don't know, does it mean ongoing funding? Like, I sort of associated it directly with funding that comes every year, so it's something that nobody has to fight for.
Currently, you're correct. Currently, the program is grants and contributions, discretionary funding, and it has been oversubscribed for a period of time. So there is pressure on the funds available. So what we are looking to do is remove that discretionary nature. But again, we do want to work. We don't want to impose a system on folks, but we want to work in collaboration and co-develop what it means.
Thank you. So the other thing is, these funding resources are there. I'm just wondering how much money is actually dedicated to building capacity within First Nations communities to develop policing skills or expertise. Because one of the challenges, of course, is you've got leaders that are doing everything that a federal government does, that a municipal government does, and a provincial government does within their own community. And then on top of that, we're asking them to figure out how to navigate a complex system of policing. And so I'm just wondering, how much of these resources are actually going to go into the community to say, here's some money to help you have the resources to actually figure this out? Can someone answer that question?
A minute, go ahead.
Hi, this is Stephen Trainer, Indigenous Services Canada. To let you know, with regard to the funding, I can speak to the very, very limited capacity we provide under the First Nations Land Management Act. I don't have the full total amount, but certainly in 2018, we have an operational funding formula that allows communities to receive funding for their policy analysts for lands, but we also have a small amount of funding for an enforcement officer under that act. And it's up to the community to determine how best they're going to utilize it, and based on what flexibility they're going to have in terms of how they're going to enforce it. But
Thank you. And the problem is, of course, that RCMP police often don't think they can enforce it. So they do all of that work, and then the communities get RCMP police coming to their community saying, sorry, we can't do anything. And I know that's what all of you are hearing. Thank you for my time.
Thanks.